Hi students, today you are taking your State Changes summative. Please put your name, first and last name, in the box. We need your last name so we can grade it. Then, what hour do you have science? Please put that in there. Your teacher will tell you what your score is and if you get an A, a B, or a C we want all our students to get. Okay, let's take a look at the first one. First, we need to decide what is happening to heat. Is it being added or taken away? Remember, for added, we colored everything red. For taken away, we colored everything blue. So let's take a look at freezing. Freezing an ice cube. We go from a liquid to a solid. What happens to heat? Is it being added or taken away? Press pause and do your work. All right, students. Next one. For evaporation. Here's an example, boiling water. We have some water in a pan. We then see the water is boiling and evaporating into the air. Does that mean heat is being added or taken away? Write your answer in there. Do the same thing for melting and condensation. Press pause and do your work. Okay, students, next. The directions say, draw the correct particles in the second empty box. Write the number of particles on the lines to show conservation of mass. Okay, so you're going to write the number of particles in these areas. Then, finally, you are going to use the word bank to write the state change. That shows in the picture, so write the state change. Here are state changes. Melting, do yellow, melting, freezing, condensation, evaporation. Let's look at the first one. We are going from a solid to a liquid. What is that state change? Okay, then you have to decide, we drew 10 solid particles. How many solid particles are you going to draw? Press pause and do your work. Okay, students, then we drew 8 liquid particles in the box. We're going from a liquid to a gas. Okay, how many particles are you going to draw? And what do they look like? Okay, then when you go from a liquid to a gas, what is that state change? Press pause and do your work. Okay, students, next, we drew 12 gas particles. We're going from a gas to a liquid. What is that state change? Then you are going to tell us how many liquid particles did you draw and what do they look like when you draw them in the box. Press pause and do your work. Okay, students, final one. We drew 6 liquid particles, 6. We are going from a liquid to a solid. What is that state change? Liquid to a solid. Then, how many particles did you draw? And what do they look like? Press pause and do your work. Okay, students, the last section. We need to think about, did the speed of the particles increase or Did they decrease? Did the distance of the particles, did it increase or did it decrease? Let's look at the first one. We have condensation. Oops, I'm going to use a highlighter for that. Condensation. Did the speed of the particles increase or decrease? You're going to circle 1. Did the distance increase or decrease? Circle 1. Then students, you are going to do the rest of the words. Evaporation, freezing, and melting. Okay? Ask your science teacher if you need any help. Good luck, students.